Hi, everybody. I'm Todd McKim, and welcome to the Cal Sports Report. A little different version this week because of the multiple midweek games and then the games on the weekend as well. So instead of interviewing head coach Mike Montgomery, we're going to hear from Coach Montgomery and some of the players after their very disappointing loss to the Washington Huskies on Wednesday night, 62-47. Here's what Mike had to say, and also some of the players as well, as they now have to regroup and get ready for Washington State.
It was pretty apparent from the start that they were way more ready to play than we were. And they really took us to us physically. They dominated us physically, and on the glass in particular. They had way more shots than we did early. I don't think our percentages were that much different. We were actually playing decent defense in terms of missed shots, but we didn't get any rebounds.
Play with no heart, no passion. I mean, come out there and we're going into halftime down 14, and the consensus is we're not playing hard, and so we got a whole half to come back and play hard and no heart.
Usually you get that from them at their place in terms of a lot of holding and banging and so forth, and usually you don't get that as much on the road, but they were pretty aggressive and we didn't react very well to it.
I don't know, I guess we all just have to come on the same page as a team and just realize that there's only one goal in mind, and that's just to win. I mean, have a successful season, and I guess we just gotta come together as a team. Basically, that's all I can say.
The Bears will be back in action Saturday at 1 o'clock. We'll have the radio broadcast for you beginning at 12:30 on the AT&T pregame show on the Cal IMG Sports Network. This becomes a very, very important game for the Bears. They are now 1-2 in conference play. They've lost a home game, so they need to get back to the 500 mark before they visit Stanford next week. Well, Allen Crabbe had his first difficult game of the season against Washington for the first time this year. He was not able to score in double figures, finished with 9 points, but Allen is still one of the leading scorers not only in the Pac-12 conference, but also in the country. Here's his story. Allen Crabbe has the Teddy Roosevelt mentality.
Crabbe, good pump fake, inside for 19 hits.
Talk softly and carry a big stick, or in Crabbe's world, a big shot. And like our nation's 26th president, people seem to matriculate to him. In the case of basketball, it's opposing defenders.
It just seems like it got tougher each year for me. I know. I remember freshman year, everybody knew I was a shooter. And, I still got a lot of shots, open shots. But then sophomore year came around, defense started to, close in on that. And this year, I just got to expect more. I mean, I faced defenses that, that basically, completely tried to shut me down.
But all that attention has not slowed him down. He leads the Pac-12 conference in scoring at over 20 a game, while shooting nearly 50% from the field and 87% from the line. He has become item number one on everybody's scouting report.
Last year, I didn't really get to the free throw line that much, just not being as aggressive as I could have been. And just the off-season work, I'm just more comfortable with putting the ball on the floor, just trying to add different dimensions to my game, just showing people that, I've actually put in the work, to improve those areas of my game. And I feel like, it's paying off a little bit.
I try to tell them every game, there's no pressure, just go out there and have fun. If you have fun and just play hard, then you'll get 20, you'll get 20 a game, And I don't think he tries to worry about that as much as he wants to win, because if you just focus on one thing, then they'll kind of steer you off the wrong way, because if he's just focusing on that, then he's not getting nobody else involved, then it'll just be everybody just looking at him, and then it makes it that much harder for him to score.
While the junior from Price High School in L.A. leaves many opponents talking to themselves after dropping 20 or 25 on them, he has not been a vocal leader for Cal until this year.
I noticed that, during the UNLV games and the Creighton games, and, I just felt like the intensity of the game was really at a high level. And it just makes you more in tune to the game, and then, you just start to see yourself do other things that, you normally may not do. So, I was just trying to encourage my teammates because, we needed everybody, to, do their role in order for us to win those games. But unfortunately, we came up short, but it's just a team effort, and, just need to make sure that everybody's on board.
So while Crabbe has tried to step up his leadership skills, there is no doubt in anybody's mind what his on-the-court role might be. First and foremost, put the ball in the basket.
Like I said, a lot of people tell me that, you got to shoot to stay hot or shoot to get hot. And I just feel like in a shooter's mentality, you shouldn't stop shooting. I mean, even if you miss 10 in a row, feel like, you gotta, the only way you're gonna score is if you shoot the ball. So I just feel like you can't shy away from it. You just gotta, just keep the aggressive mindset. And I realize that, I'm over here. Sometimes I may think that I have to score a certain amount of points every game to help my team win, but I really have to take a step back and realize that, I can help my team win in other ways, get other people involved, help on the defensive rebound and all that stuff. So.
On a team that has been hindered by injuries, Crabbe has been a constant. Double figures in every game, moving closer to joining Cal's all-time top 20 in scoring. Even if this is his final season in Berkeley, and nobody is saying that it is, he has made his mark, something to be expected from one of the school's all-time marksmen. Joining us now is women's coach Lindsay Gottlieb, as the Bears this week have both of their games against the rival Stanford Tuesday night. Great atmosphere at Haas Pavilion, really physical, exciting, close defensive basketball game. And I guess, in some respects it did come down to basically who made shots and who didn't, and when those shots were made and when they weren't.
Yeah, I think it lived up to the billing of, two teams ranked in the top 10, different styles, but kind of equal. It was a terrific game in a great atmosphere, and obviously we didn't hit enough shots to win. I credit Stanford. They're a really good defensive team. They don't get enough credit for that. And it was a back and forth game until about the 5-minute mark when they went on a little run and we just didn't respond. I think at some point the lack of ability to hit shots kind of deflated us. I thought we competed really well for about 35 minutes, but we get to roll it out again on Sunday and hopefully we can change the outcome.
Do you like the fact that you play them right away, or would you like to see them like 6 weeks from now?
Before the week started, I was kind of like, this is weird, twice in 1 week. But now that we lost, we're like, let's get back at it. So it does not worth spending a lot of time thinking about whether we like it or not. But I think this team is going to be fired up and ready to go. It certainly changes the feel of it that you go right back at it, and teams are not going to be very different. Maybe 6 weeks from now you have a different flow, but it's almost essentially, a rematch. And that's an interesting dynamic, and we're looking forward to it.
You mentioned the shooting, 30%, 2 3-pointers. In fact, the two teams combined for 2 for 29. They didn't make any 3-pointers. Do you feel you got the shots that you wanted, shots that normally the team makes?
Well, normally we play through the paint. Brittany Boyd slices into the paint, Leja, and our post players. And what Stanford does with their, enormous size is they just crowd the paint on us and dare us to make shots. So we got good looks. We reversed the ball. I thought we shot in rhythm, and they just didn't go down. We had a number that went in and out, and some that felt maybe a little bit rushed. But there's no question if we make 5 for 21 or 6 for 21, I think we win that game. We'll obviously take a look at the film and try and create some different looks. We want to score more in transition, so that we're not sort of letting them control that. But we're a team that can knock down outside shots, and so I think we need to be confident to do that. And that's what we have to do for them to be able to come out of the paint and play us a little tighter.
Speaking of play in the paint, you really dominated the boards, plus 14, I believe it was, and you had like 20 offensive rebounds, which doesn't happen to Stanford very often.
I thought that we came out there and our players really competed. We got after them defensively. We went after boards hard. I think we had 21. We created possessions. We did a lot of good things. And that's why the game was so close despite our horrendous shooting. So it's interesting. I think we are two very good teams that are very different and sort of evenly matched, and they won that one. They did a few things better. I thought Chiney Ogwumike played like the All-American she is. I thought their point guard had a really good game. They made a few more tough shots than we did. But we battled to keep ourselves in it despite not shooting well, and we're going to have to do a few things better on Sunday.
You've come through a tough physical stretch where you basically have played 3 games in 5 days, or 6 days, I guess it is, with a Thursday, Saturday, and then a Tuesday game. How do you handle things this week as far as the physical approach to playing on the weekend?
Well, Todd, my body's tired, and I haven't been playing those 3 games. It was such an incredible stretch with flights and altitude and playing that today is the first full day off we've had in a while, and I think our players really need that. Their bodies need to recover a little bit. I think to their credit and to the Stanford players' credit, we both played very hard last night and didn't show the ill effects of the travel, but I think the rest this week is going to help us. So we have today off. We'll practice Thursday, Friday, Saturday to get ready for Sunday. but I have to be really smart about, the tweaks that we're making offensively and how hard we go at it, because, we're a team that's going to be physical and compete, as is Stanford. So we want to make sure that we have, some good legs under us. And it's fun. I mean, this is what you want. This is college basketball at its best. Two really good teams, vying for something very important. And we hope to change the outcome on Sunday, but we know it's going to be a great game. It's on ESPN2, so hopefully a lot of people will see it.
Well, good luck this week. Get that regular season, I guess I should say, split. So hopefully you'll see him in the tournament as well. And good luck at Stanford on Sunday.
Thank you very much.
All right, Lindsay Gottlieb, women's basketball coach. And next week we'll talk to Lindsay and also have a player feature as well right here on CowBears.com.